Hello, how's everybody doing? Thank you for tuning in this morning. For me, it's in the morning, whatever time you're doing this video. I'm just happy that you are keeping up with your yoga practice in whatever way makes sense to you and whatever way that you can, really. So I hope you have a mat, a couple of blocks, strap, and a blanket, and put some music on for yourself. I can't play music because of copyright law. I have to buy the music. So can't have any music, but you can have music. Put some just nice music on in the background. If you have Pandora, I think there's a yoga station, or Spotify, you can look up, meditation music or yoga music, something like that. And then you'll find a nice playlist. So, big breath. And exhale out. We are in stressful times, right? It's April 2nd right now, and we've been sort of shelter in place since I think March 16th, but my family's been doing it probably since before that weekend, so maybe 14th, 13th, something like that. And it's not easy. It's not easy. There's a whole host of emotions that go along with it. I'm sure you're experiencing the same thing, ups and downs. There are days when I have so much energy and I'm like, we can do this. I'm making nice meals and I have tons of patience. And then there are other days where, I feel this ball of stress in my core, in my being, in every fiber of my being. And I'm just mad. Really, I'm just mad and irritated. I haven't really gone to a place of despair, which is good. But so there are days where sometimes I'm like, oh, how are we going to do this? It's hard, but we're doing it, and you're doing it, and everyone should be doing it. Believe it or not, I still see people outside in my neighborhood that aren't doing it. Kids playing together and people gathering is standing less than 6 feet apart. And you're just making it worse for the rest of us. We're all in this together. So the actions of one really do affect the actions of everyone. So that's my little soapbox for the day. Hopefully you're doing what you need to do. Staying home and just being healthy and being safe in your own home. So please close your eyes. We'll just start with a very short breathing exercise to center the body. Tip back a little bit on your sit bones. Sit up nice and tall. Soften the shoulders down to the mat. Come to your normal breath, please. Pull the belly in. So your belly button, feel it pull back towards your spine and a little bit up towards your throat. So imagine that there's a string on the back, on the inside of your body, on the back of your belly button, and it's pulling it back. Start to deepen the breath. Now we're going to do what's called 3-part breath or 3-part breathing. We're going to take our inhales and our exhales in 3 parts. So visualize, let's say, a line from your tailbone up to the top of your head, and then it's broken into thirds. So your first inhale comes to the bottom third, sip in some more air up to the top third, and then to the last third. Hold for 2, 1, 2. Exhale in the same way, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Hold for 2. So we're going to go in that pattern for, 5 or 6 or 7 breaths. And I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, hold, and then 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1 probably. All right, so take a big breath in and then a big breath out, and then we'll get started. All right, inhale, in and out through the nose, please. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Exhale, 3, 2, 1, hold. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, and hold. Exhale, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, and hold. Exhale, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, and hold. Exhale, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Keep going on your own breath for 3 or 4 more breaths. I'm doing it myself. Last one. Start to come back to your normal breath, please. Reconnect with your core center. So pull the belly button back in. Drop the chin to the chest. Move the head around in whatever way feels right to you. And then bring the head back to center, please. Slowly open the eyes and bring the chin back up. Really nice. Let's do some shoulder rolls here. One direction. And then switch it and go the other direction. And then come back to center. Arms reach out. We're going to inhale the right arm up and exhale, just lean over to the right. Soften that right tailbone down. Actually, your right arm's up, you're leaning to the left. I think I said lean to the right. But if you're looking at me, you'll see, hopefully you're doing what I do. Pull the belly in, and then top hand comes down, other side. Inhale the left arm up. Lean over to the left, replace that left sit bone down. Lean, lean, lean. Pull the belly in. Feel a beautiful stretch. You know, stress wreaks havoc on the body in so many ways. For me, it always comes into my core, my belly. I start to get an upset stomach. But as far as my muscles go, I hold it in my body. And release. We're going to just do one more time on each side. I hold it in my body. I feel myself tighter and stiffer. You know, I've been doing yoga pretty much every day since we've been inside, making these videos for you, doing it with my husband. And, you know, I should be feeling loosey-goosey, but I'm tight, and I think it's just a product of stress. So my work, and switch sides, my work personally is to breathe more and try to find a place of peace in everything that I'm doing and with my family, and just take kindness and take note and happiness in the fact that we're all here together and everyone is healthy. No one in my orbit is sick. And back. Hands to the knees, please. Seated cat-cows. Inhale, heart up. And exhale. Lean back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And come back to a neutral spine. Okay, we're going to come right to stand. I don't really have a plan. We'll see. We'll see where my whim takes us. So pull your hair back if it's not back. I'm going to take off my sweater. And we're going to get moving and grooving. I do miss practicing without music. I will tell you that. Okay. So stand at the front of the mat, please. Hands to heart center. Find your mountain pose, your Tadasana. Stand up nice and tall. Press the heels and the balls of the feet down into the mat as you lift the top of the head up towards your ceiling. So in yoga, sometimes we say you have to root to rise. So root those feet down, root the feet down, and lift the rest of the body up. Let's take a sun breath here. Inhale the arms around and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, gaze forward. Flatten that spine. Exhale, fold over. And then inhale, lift the head first. Rise up, arms to the side. Palms touch. And then exhale, hands back to heart center. Good. I'm going to take my necklace off too. Forgot I had that on. Okay, let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Press into the mat. Lift the heart up, lift the fingers up. Exhale, hands back around. We're adding on to that. Inhale, around and up. Surya Namaskar A. Exhale, dive. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands. Right foot comes back, left foot comes back. You're in plank pose. We're going to move through a vinyasa. Feel free to drop to the knees and come down that way, or you can come down in one long line. Your inhale is your upward facing dog. Exhale, cobra. Down dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. Jog out the feet if you like. Just moving in your own body in the way that feels good to you. The fact that you're doing this at-home video is amazing. Amazing. One more breath here. Really reach the heart towards the back of the room. And then look forward, bend the knees. Right foot comes forward, left foot comes forward, fold over. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands back around. Okay. Inhale, around and up. We're warming up the body here. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to do that again. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, plant the hands. Meeting in plank pose. Moving through. Lowering down. Scooping up. And then exhale, roll over the toes or just curl the toes in. Downward facing dog. Everybody bend the right knee. Reach that left heel towards the floor and reach your chest towards the knees. Maintaining a nice long spine. And then switch sides. Oh, feels so good. I love everything about yoga. And then find your down dog, whatever that is for you, but really focus on the back, the spine. You want it long. Gaze forward, bend the knees. Come to the front of the mat, please, and fold over. And then inhale, scoop the arms around and up. And exhale the hands back to heart center. All right, I'm going to vary that up a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. We're flowing. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, plant the hands. Only the right foot comes back this time. Drop onto that knee. Rise up into a low lunge, please. Sink the hips forward. Bring the palms to touch. Exhale the hands down. Lift the back knee. Just pop to the front. Fold over. And then press the hands into the mat. Bring the left foot back, please. Down on the knee. Lift up. Low lunge. Sink forward. Reach the fingers up. Exhale the hands down. Lift the back knee. Come back to the top of the mat. Fold over. Inhale the arms up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands back around. We're adding on to that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Lengthen that spine. Exhale, plant the hands. The right foot comes back again. Drop onto that back knee. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Press those hips forward. Bring the hands to your heart center. We're going to take a twist. Right elbow on the outside of that knee. And twist around. If you would like to lift the back knee, go ahead, but try to keep that back foot straight. Reach that heel back. Drop the knee if it's lifted. Rise back up to a low lunge. Drop the hands. Lift the back knee. Come forward. Fold over. All right, gaze forward. Now we're bringing the left foot back. So plant the hands into the mat. Left foot comes back. Drop onto that knee. Low lunge. Sink forward in the hips. Bring the hands to heart center. We're taking a twist over to the right. Bring the elbow on the outside. If you open in your practice, then open. If you'd like to lift the back knee, you go where you're going to go, right? I imagine there's a lot of different levels of people taking this class. Make it your own. Okay, drop the knee if it's lifted. Rise back up to low lunge. And then hands down. Lift the back knee, come forward. Fold over. Inhale, scoop the arms up. And exhale, the hands back to heart center. We'll do that again. We're going to add on. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, hands come down. Right foot comes back. Rise up into this low lunge. Third time, notice how it feels. Is it a little more open? Is it a little easier? Nothing's ever easy, right? We're challenging ourselves here. Hands to heart center. Take your twist. Maybe you didn't lift the knee last time. Maybe you want to try it this time. But you don't have to. You really don't have to. If the knee is lifted, drop the knee. Lift the arms back up. Come forward. Now we're bringing the hands down to the mat on the inside of that front leg. Okay, we're going to lean forward. This is a modified lizard. Stay here if you want. Or if you're feeling open, you can bring the forearms down to the mat or use blocks. If you're going to use blocks, use two, please. One under each arm like this or any height. So even though my forearms reach the mat, it doesn't feel so comfortable for me right now. So I'm going to use blocks. This is my bad knee, so that's probably why. So I don't want to push it. I don't want to push it. So find your spot. Try not to interlace your fingers. Try to come into sort of prayer hands, namaste hands. Keep reaching those hips forward, sinking those hips forward. Drop the head. You're in your variation of lizard. If you want more from this, you can lift the back knee, curl the toes, lift the knee, or you can keep the top of the foot into the mat and lift the knee. That's a whole nother level, if you ask me. I don't love that one. 2 more breaths here. Slowly make your way out of lizard. Move the blocks over if you use them. Curl the back toes in. Come to the front of the mat, please. Fold over. And we're going to finish out this sequence, this series. Hands to the mat. Left foot comes back. Drop onto the left knee. Rise up into your low lunge. Anjaneyasana. Sink those hips forward. Hands to heart center. We're taking our twist. Okay, make it your own. Lift the back knee. If it's calling out to you, keep that heel moving backwards. Find a drishti. If you open in this pose, And you know what that means. If you know what that means, you may do it. All right, drop the back knee down, please. Come back up into this low lunge. Bring the hands down to the mat. On the inside of that front leg, sink forward. Okay, you can stay here, as long as you're feeling it in the various places on your legs. Or you can bring the forearms down to the mat. Again, if you want to lift the back knee in any way, shape, or form, go for it. Try to keep that right knee sort of connected to the shoulder. You don't want it winging out. You see what I'm doing right now? It's kind of winging out to the side. You don't want that. You want to keep it up, connected. 2 more breaths. And then come on up. Hand on the opposite side of that foot. Lift the back knee, come forward, fold over. We have completed that little series. Well done. Inhale, rise up, please. And then exhale the hands back to heart center. All right, bring everything together, please. Knees, feet, Surya Namaskar B. We start in chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, sink your seat down. Lift your heart up, squeeze the knees together. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step it back to plank pose. We're moving through, or you can just come right to downward facing dog. From down dog, lift the right leg up, open the knee. Feel that beautiful stretch. Close that hip, bring that right foot to the front of the mat. We're going to rise up into a warrior one. So spin the back heel down, rise up. Hips are squared forward. Inhale up. Sink low in that front knee. Exhale the hands down. Step it back to plank. You can just come back to downward facing dog, or you can move through your vinyasa. Kneeling in downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open that hip. Square that hip. Gaze forward. Left foot comes between the hands. Spin that back foot down. Rise up. Warrior one. I like to put my hands on my waist, my hip bones actually, and move them. Physically move them forward. Inhale. All right, exhale the hands down. Step back to plank. Press to down dog or move through. Let's do 5 breaths in down dog. Taking this time to catch our breath. If you want to pop into child's pose, that's cool. Always good. 2 more breaths here. All right, so lift the right leg up, please. Bring that right leg between the hands. Spin the back foot down and come into a warrior two. I'm just going to turn myself around. Oh wait, you guys can see me. So coming into a warrior two, I have a pretty long stance here. This front knee does not go beyond the ankle. Arms reach forward and back. Reverse the warrior. Come right back to warrior two. Side angle, please. Reach forward. If you want to bring your hand down, you can do that too. Whatever variation is calling your name. Come back up. Take an inhale, straighten the front leg. Lift up, reach the palms. Exhale, sink down. Cartwheel the hands down. Step back to plank. Move through. Or just press to downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here in down dog. I'm going to switch myself around. Okay, left leg lifts. Open the hip a little bit. Square that hip, gaze forward, left foot comes between the hands. Pivot that back foot down. Warrior two. Looking good. Feels good, right? Find your footing here. Press into that back foot just as much as that front foot. Reverse the warrior, please. Warrior two. Side angle, whatever your variation is. I really like this one. It feels really good right here for me. And then come back. Inhale, straighten that front leg, arms reach up. Exhale, sink back. Cartwheel the hands down. Step it back to plank. Move through or just come to downward facing dog. Whatever works for you. Jogging out the feet. Okay. Gaze forward, bend the knees, come to the front of the mat. Fold over. Bring the feet together, knees together. We're going to close this out with a chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink the seat down. Squeeze the knees and thighs together. Lift the heart up. And then rise up. Okay, really good. So, why don't we take a balance pose here. So, let's come into figure four. All right. We're going to balance on the right leg. Left foot, ankle, across knee. So you see, looks like a four. Maybe it's a backwards four to you. I really can't tell. Can't really see too well from too far away. All right. Hands to heart center. This is a great place to stay. Right? It's all about the balance. Find a drishti. You want to challenge yourself. You can bend that right leg and sit back in your seat, leaning forward a little bit. I like to grab the foot, not to hold it. I like to hold it up, but just to kind of hold it. Feel it in the left hip. Keep this top foot flexed. If you want to go further, fold over. Try to straighten that leg. You can use blocks here under your hands. This takes the balance out of it, but you get a bigger stretch in that hip. This is sort of like a forward folding pigeon. All right, coming up, you got to really find your drishti. So go slow, bend that knee, rise up, make sure you change your gaze very slowly, and then come back to stand where we started. Release the leg, drop it down. Well done. Let's do the other side. I always like to start hands at heart center. Feel my feet. I know where they are. I feel the weight in them. Okay, figure four. So if this is where you want to stay, then stay. Okay, this is a balance. This is great. You want to go more, bend that leg. I like to hold my foot. Sink back until you feel it here. So leaning forward helps. And then you can fold over if you like. Straightening that leg. Standing forward folded pigeon. That's what I'm going to call this. All right, bend that knee. Start to move your gaze forward as you slowly rise up. So engage that core. Hands can come back to your heart. And then release it down. Well done. Okay. So step back with your right foot. Actually, any foot that's going to keep you facing the screen. Okay? Point both toes, both sets of toes forward, slightly pigeon-toed. Okay? We're going to take a wide-legged forward fold here. Hands to the waist, draw the shoulders together. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold forward, long spine. Come to a V and stay. And then exhale, fold over, drop the hands. Head comes down, walk the fingers back so they're in line with the toes. Elbows bending back. If anyone has their head completely on the mat and they want to come up into a headstand, and that is in your practice, I will give you time right now to go ahead and do that. I am not going to be doing that. I'm having some hamstring issues. My whole left side, I'm just a mess. So, if you're not taking your headstand, continue to try to lower the head down. Tip the body forward into the balls of the feet, keeping the heels connected. Breathe into this. Feel the backs of the legs opening. Feel the lower back opening. This is an amazing stretch. This is one of my favorite poses ever. So if you're up in your headstand, if you could start making your way down, if that was what you did. And then everybody is going to press the hands into the mat. Gaze forward. I'm going to walk my feet in a tiny bit. We're going to keep the right hand down, left arm peels open. Take this beautiful twist. You could take the top arm, bring it around for a half bind. Open that shoulder up. Keep the belly pulled in. Then release it. Just switch sides. So that hand that's down on the mat, the middle finger should be pointing directly to the front of the mat. Take the half bind if you like. And then release, just fold over. Okay, so you're going to walk your hands over to the right, turning your toes with you. So you're now in sort of this like high lunge that's kind of low. Some teachers call this a low lunge, but I always say with the knee down is a low lunge. We're going to rise up into high lunge. Inhale the arms up. Keep that back leg as straight as it can be. Exhale the hands down. Left hand stays down. Right arm peels open. Right hand comes down. Rise back up. High lunge. We're going to do that again. Down. Left hand stays down. Right arm peels open. Right hand down. Engage the core. Rise up. High lunge. Okay. Exhale both hands down. We're going to walk the hands back to center. Turn the feet. Now we're coming to what is hopefully the front of your mat. If not, it doesn't matter. Okay, get your feet steady. Rise up. Back to a high lunge. Exhale the hands down. Right hand stays down. Left arm peels open. Left hand comes down. Rise back up. Again, please. Hands down. And hand comes down. Rise back up. Low lunge. Hands to the waist. We're just going to hop to the front of the mat. Shake it out. Okay. Good job. So let's just take a vinyasa for good measure here. I always find that's like a little bit of a cleanser. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa or press it back to downward facing dog. I'm just waiting for everybody to get into down dog. All right, come down onto hands and knees. Okay, we're just going to take a little minute here to thread the needle. So we're going to bring the right arm up, take the twist, and then when you exhale, you're going to bring it through your hands, come down onto the shoulder and the cheek, and then twist the body open. Couple more breaths here. Slowly unwind yourself out of it. And we're going to do the other side. Left arm comes up. Really take the twist first. It feels so good. And then bring the hand underneath you. Come down onto that left shoulder and your left cheek. You can rotate the chest open. Some people like to take a bind here. I find that's too much pressure on my neck, so I don't do that. Right? You have to find what works for you, and you have to be okay with not doing the same thing that your neighbor's doing on their mat. Right? Everyone is coming to their own practice with their own aches and pains, with their own abilities, with their own, with their own yoga, really with their own yoga. And so yoga teaches us to be okay with that. And the practice is really about what's happening on the four corners of your very own mat. Does not matter that the person next to you is tied up in a pretzel or doing some arm balance or in child's pose while you're doing an arm balance. It doesn't matter. And come back to tabletop. Okay. So bring right foot back, left foot back, plank pose. We're going to come into side plank here. First, left hand moves under your face. You're going to spin your body so your hips are stacked. Look at my feet. That top foot is on top of the bottom foot, okay? It's not touching the ground. However, if that helps you balance, you can have it down or you can bring it in front like this, okay? Lift the arm up. Side plank. Keep lifting those hips up. We're going to roll right into the other side. Drop the hand down. Move the right hand under the face. You're going to roll right into it. Take your variation, whatever that is for you. And then release, please. Press it right back to downward facing dog. Okay, come down to hands and knees. Let's take a child's pose. Tops of the feet into the mat. Knees are spread. Sink your chest and your belly down between your legs. Drop your forehead. Come on up. Okay. So we're going to come into an inversion. So if you practice headstand, you can go ahead and do your headstand. Any variation is fine. If you don't practice headstand or you're not feeling it today, you can come into dolphin pose, which is also headstand prep. So I'll just talk you through that in case you're not sure. Interlace your fingers. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Okay, you don't want them too wide. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Your head is never going to touch the mat. You're going to curl your toes in. You're going to lift your hips up, drop your chest back, okay? This is what you're going to do for your inversion. I'm going to take a headstand. I always call it handstand. I'm going to take a headstand. So when you are done, try to get 10 breaths up in whatever your inversion is. We're going to meet in child's pose. Child's pose is really important to take after you do an inversion. We're going to meet there. It's important to find a focus when you're in a balance, any balance, including a headstand. And you should be on the flat part of your head. If you want to go to a wall and try this, bring your mat and go to a wall. It's good to get upside down. The world feels upside down right now, right? A lot of core work engaged. So I'm going to slowly come out of this. This is my work. I mean, I have to work on a tuck when I come in and out. And I don't have that in me today, but I do need to work on that so that I can tuck in and then lift my legs rather than kind of do the controlled kick up that I do. We're all working on something. All right, make your way out of child's pose. Please come to sit on your mat. Legs are extended. Dandasana, sit up nice and tall. Reach the heart through the shoulders. Reach for the toes. This is a good time for a strap, if you have one, right? You can pull yourself forward. If you don't have a strap, that's fine. Just grab something, whether it's the feet, the ankles, make contact. The worst thing is to have your hands dangling. You don't want that. You want to close the energy circle. You want to make a connection with your body. Pull your heart forward and then fold. Couple more breaths. Every inhale, lengthen. Every exhale, maybe you fold yourself a little more. This is Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. And then slowly release. We're going to bend the right knee up. Drop it out to the side. Take Janu Shirshasana. Notice the adjustment I just gave myself. Now I'm sitting on an angle. I'm not facing the straight leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn to face the straight leg and fold over. Make sure you're grabbing the same spot with both hands. So you don't want your left hand on your foot and your right hand on your knee. Right? You want to be grabbing in the same place. Now keep the left hand on whatever it's on, and then open that right arm up and take a little bit of a twist here. A really nice big open twist. And then release, fold over again. Last time. Come and sit up. Now a regular twist over the bent leg. Come back to center. We're going to switch sides. Okay, left leg comes up, Janu Shirshasana. Make sure that you're not sitting like this because you're not going to get the twist out of it. You're just going to get the stretch. Okay, you want to get both aspects of this posture. So inhale, exhale. This is your twist. This is your twist, and then this is your stretch. So you're getting two parts of this pose. It's a 2-for-1. Many yoga poses are a 2-for-1. 3-for-1, 5-for-1. A lot of stuff going on in each pose. Now keep your right hand down. Open that left arm up. Take this beautiful open twist. And then come back, fold over again. And then sit up. Right hand on the outside of that bent knee, take this type of twist. And then come back to center. Okay, bring that right leg in to meet the left. Baddha Konasana. Okay, I have to put a block under my knee because it bothers me. It's starting to feel better and I don't want to aggravate it. So, sit up nice and tall. You want to bring your heels as close to your groin as the body allows before you do this, right? This is kind of hunched over. You don't want to be hunched over. You want to be sitting up nice and tall, okay? Now I'll turn back. So sitting up nice and tall, grab those ankles, pull that heart forward, right? And then hinge forward. So if you look at me, you'll notice my head is not jutting out, right? It's in line. It's not dropping down. Really coming forward, focusing on my heart, coming forward, 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 forward. And then you're going to go where you go, wherever that is. Just breathe deeply. And then slowly come on up, knees together, hug them in. And then straighten both legs again, please. All right, we're going to bend that right leg up. We're going to cross it over the left knee. Feel free to keep this straight leg straight, keep the straight leg straight, or you can bend it like I'm going to do for a twist. Okay, you're gonna get the same twist either way. It's just what's more comfortable. Bring the right hand behind you, sit up nice and tall. Left elbow comes on the outside of that knee, or you can just hug the knee in. Either way, you're rotating the ribs around, pull the belly in, rotate the heart around, sit up tall. Breathe here. And then release this twist. Come to the left side, drop the forearms down. Let that right hip lift, counter stretch. Come back. Straighten both legs. Left leg lifts up this time. Cross the left over the right. Okay, you can stay here or you can bend the knee. Either way. Left hand comes behind you. Pull the belly in. Get length, get space, and then bring the elbow across or hug it in. Two more breaths here. And then you're going to release, bring the forearms down on the opposite side. Let that left hip lift. And then come back to center. Straighten both legs, please. Shake it out. We're going to come to lie down on the mat, please. Keep your block handy. And hold my blanket. Lie down, knees are bent. We're going to come into bridge pose. If anybody wants to take upward facing bow at any point, some people call it wheel. I never call it wheel. I call it upward facing bow or dhanurasana. First, we're going to do bridge, Setu Bandhasana. So at least do one bridge if you're going to take a bow pose. So notch the chin down towards your chest. Inhale, press the feet into the mat. Lift the hips up and shimmy the shoulders underneath your back. This is bridge. If this is not for you, you can take a block on any height, place it under the small of your back, and stay here, okay? This is great. Great place to stay. On any height, there's 3 heights. Slowly, release the shoulders, release the back, come on down. Don't hug the knees in, just stay here. Let the back kind of flatten out on its own. Last bridge pose. Now's your chance if you want to take upward facing bow. Yeah, upward facing bow, Urdhva Dhanurasana. It's basically a back bend. So when you're ready, if you want, I'm going to do another bridge. Inhale, lift up. Shimmy those shoulders underneath you. Keep reaching those knees forward. If you're looking at me, I like to do this. It gets me a little deeper, presses me up a little more. And then wherever you're at, slowly come on down and start to very slowly windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Okay, slow and steady. All right, hug both knees into your chest, please. Lift the legs up towards the ceiling, flex those feet. 10 lever poses. Feel free to do one leg at a time for 5 on each side. Okay, when you're ready, exhale, lower the legs to hover. Inhale up, that's 1. Go on your own breath here. Hug the knees in when you're ready and done. I'm at 3. Keep flexing out through the heel. It's really good core work. Strong core helps the back. Keep breathing. You guys got this. I'm on 8. You got this. You got this. Meeting with our knees squeezed in, rocking a little from side to side. Okay, when you are done, hug those knees in. And then drop the feet on the mat. Okay, take that right ankle, bring it across the left knee. Lift that left leg, reach around, grab hold of that back of that thigh, pull it in. I like to grab my shin. It gets me a little bit deeper. This is a laying down pigeon. If you're ever in yoga class and they're doing regular pigeon, traditional pigeon, which is more on your stomachs, and your knee bothers you, you can do this. Pull it in until you feel it here. And then drop that leg down. Actually, you know what? Keep the knee on top. Keep the ankle on top, okay? We're going to bring the arms out to the side and drop both knees to the right. All right, come back to center. Keep the figure 4. Listen carefully to my words here. We're going to drop both knees over to the left. The right foot comes completely down on the floor with the knee pointing towards the ceiling. So push that knee away, and then you should feel it over on the top of that right hip. So do you see what I'm doing? My knee is up. It's not down like that. That kind of brings it to the outer hip. You want the knee, foot completely on the mat, and the knee, push the thigh away. And then you'll feel it on the top over the bone. And then come back to center and switch sides. So left ankle over right knee, lift the right leg, reach behind, come into this supine pigeon. Keep that top foot flexed. Really important to protect that knee. Breathing into it. And then release, but keep the figure 4. Arms come out to the side. We're dropping both knees over to the left. Okay, this is a side twist, so you should feel it in the side body, maybe a little on the hip. Come back to center. All right, we're going to drop everything over to the right. This is probably a better view of my foot. So you can see my foot is completely on the floor here. I'm pushing my thigh away, and now I feel it here. I don't feel it as much on this side as I did on the other side, to be honest with you. I guess this side is more open. And we're going to release, come back to center, hug the knees in. Take a happy baby. Please grab the pinky toe sides of the feet, lift the heels to the ceiling. Pull the knees in towards the armpits. Rock a little bit. Now grab the big toes in yogi toe lock. Straighten the legs, open them up, reach the heels out. And then close the legs. Open, Keep the belly nice and tight. Again, close. We'll do one more. Open. And close. Hug the knees in. And we are going to come into Shavasana. We're going to do just one last twist. So hug those knees in. Drop them over to the right. Hips bump over to the left. Supine twist. If this isn't doing it for you, take any variation of a knee down twist. That feels good. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through it together. I'm happy when I get texts from you guys telling me how much you like the video or offering me, you know, I'd like to see this kind of pose, or, you know, you were going a little fast in this video, you know, things like that. It's very helpful to me. Come back to center, you know, as long as it's all coming from a place of love. Drop over to the left. You know, I'm doing these videos for my classes since we can't meet in person, for all my yogis that I miss every day. I miss teaching you in person. But this is open to the public, so anybody can watch it. But I'm really doing this for you, my Congo yoga family, my No Yoga, No Bliss people, and my Center for Wellness Wednesday class. I wonder when it is we'll be able to get back together. Every day it feels like they say it's going to be another month, another month, another month, another month. We're going to be okay. Just stay safe, right? Stay away from people. Bring the knees back together. Hug them in. All right? Protect yourself and your family. If everybody does that, we will flatten the curve. Drop the feet down. Let's come into Shavasana. So maybe put on your sweater or your sweatshirt. If you have a blanket, cover yourself with the blanket maybe, certainly over the midsection. I always encourage blanket over at least your abdomen, because the extra weight, even though it's not that much, but the extra weight really does help calm the nervous system. That's why the weighted blankets work so well for people and for kids. It's very calming. So it helps on a physiological level. So I'm going to take the Shavasana with you for about a minute. So unless you have music playing, it will be totally silent. Does not mean I've gone anywhere. Video's not over. So let's just start with a big breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. Close the lips. Bring the tongue down behind the bottom teeth or gums. Soften the teeth, soften the lips. Find your regular breath and just allow the thoughts to swim in and around your brain. Allow them to swirl around in whatever pattern they see fit right now. Just go with it. Allow yourself to just go with it without trying to manipulate or control anything. A total sense of letting go just for the next minute or so. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Deepening the breath. Moving the block or the blanket off of you if you covered yourself. Inhale the arms overhead. Point the toes. Reach the right fingers, then the left fingers, then the right, and then the left. And then bring the knees into the chest. Hug them in. Roll over to your right side, please. In this fetal position, turn your head so your forehead is on the mat. And then take your left hand, press into the floor or the mat. Keep your eyes closed. Lift yourself up, press yourself up, find a comfortable seated position. Whatever that is for you. Sitting up nice and tall, please. Bring your hands together at heart center and bow your chin. Please take a moment of gratitude and appreciation for yourself, for coming to your mat today, for doing this video, for taking some time for yourself, which is not selfish in any way. It is actually generous, because when you take care of yourself and you feel better about yourself, you feel more relaxed, more calm, you feel stronger, you are happy that you exercised and moved your body. When you have that sense of self-being, or that sense of better being, I guess, then you're better able to take care of your family, or be a better friend, or wife, or husband, or father. So think of these moments where you are going out for a run, or doing yoga, or maybe doing a coffee talk with your friend over FaceTime. I've been doing that with some of my friends. It's not selfish, it's generous. It's generous because you're able to then give back more to those people that need you. So flip the switch, flip the story. I want to thank you so much for joining me today for yoga. I miss you all dearly. We will get through this together, and I hope you all stay healthy, and I hope you all stay happy. Namaste.